Did you know that there's a drug called iboga root, that actually can get people off of heroin, right? They take it and they have like a 3-day trip with like the most positive aspects of their brain, and it decreases addiction. And there was a pharmaceutical company that patented this, right? They took certain variables within it and they patented that. And they did that, of course, so that they could, and they made it illegal in certain countries. It's not illegal everywhere, but of course the U.S. is not going to make it legal because they don't want you healing yourself. They don't want you curing yourself. They will only allow things, right, that are Band-Aids. They won't allow no cures. Show me one product that they have that's a cure. They don't allow cures because it's not profitable. And America is one big company, right, for commerce and exchange of products and services and money and flow. That's why most of our laws are wrapped around commerce. So you have to understand that we are products in a business. And if they can extrapolate a value from you, then you're useless because you're a human capital for bigger machines to be fed into. So, of course, this is why people who sell weed, and I go tell you about it, because why would you want to educate your consumer bases that make a decision to not indulge and consume your product? And why would you put a warning on your products that, hey, if you smoke my product and you got mental health issues in your family, it may make your condition worsen, right? Or it may bring that out of you when normally if you don't smoke it at all, it won't happen. And, of course, weed is not the only thing, but we just focused and talking about that one for now. So this is why I'm bringing it up to you, because I know people don't care. And seeing it personal and firsthand experience, right, is the reason that I have heart for it, because I know a lot of cats literally today are in jail. Not because they're just criminals and they don't know what to do. It's because they have mental issues, right? And there is no pipeline to a better, healthy, Black America. There are no brain health clinics in America to where we go scan and we see like where are the indentured areas of the brain, and then they start testing your mineral levels to see what's going on with the body to where they need to fix this chemical imbalance within the body or mineral imbalance within the body so that you can think clearly. They're not thinking of us like that. The prison system is basically a psych ward. So they're taking, we got these foods and these chemicals and all these different things that we intake after coming from trauma-induced environments, and it just becomes a pipeline for them to fill up the prison system so that they can make billions of dollars, or the medical system. So they're not incentivized to cure or fix, right? And this is the problem with capitalism a lot of times, is that it's so profit-centric. They don't care who they harm. And they try to make it seem like you as the consumer are supposed to know before you consume so that they don't have to take any responsibility and they can just sell their product. And I understand that it's a free market. So therefore, you have to educate yourself whether you smoke weed or don't smoke weed. Because even if you don't, you may need to educate a friend. You may have a child in your family that's going to smoke weed. Why? Because it's everywhere and it's going to become bigger and bigger and bigger, especially when it gets federal regulation and it becomes legal. You understand me? So I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop talking about it. Weed is legal and it ain't like let's deal with the facts of things. Alcohol companies, we know alcohol is bad for us. Like there's not one benefit from alcohol. Not one. Not one benefit from drinking. Besides giving people, putting them in a state of mood. You feel me? Making your inhibitions lower. You feel me? Giving people that courage. So, I can teach you the game where you don't even need to drink. And you can still get women. You want me to teach you the game? Because a lot of y'all think y'all got to be on liquor to go talk to people. Or you got to be in liquor on social environments because you start to get anxiety because you don't really want to be there. So now you need that liquor courage to be able to get out your brain. And you don't know how to calm yourself down. So I get why we do it. Like, I get it. We used to go out and get in all kind of fights and do all kind of stupid stuff. We in environments that everybody high and everybody drinking and everybody strangers. You feel me? And I don't know what everybody coming for. We all at different levels of power and attraction. You feel me? So in those environments where alphas and betas and sigmas and thals and all that other stuff, you feel me? It's all kind of issues that's go problem. And most of the problem is niggas got to drink because they don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to, what the youngsters say today, you don't know how to raise up. You don't know no game. No, man, we be losing, we be having so much lack of social skills that we take all of these other things to try to make up for my lack of social skills. Y'all act like I ain't been there, done that, and gonna do it all. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, let's get to it. There's a lot of people that's doing, I'm gonna do some more study and research on this, but NAD. So do y'all know what NAD is? Now, I got that Supermind. Let me take some of this right now. If you talking about it, man, this Supermind, it got the isolate CBD in there. So I ain't against the cannabinoids. I understand we got the cannabinoid system that connect in our body, right? And it can have that cognitive enhancement effect. I understand that in a lot of cases it can help decrease that anxiety and increase focus. I understand that it can relax the body and the mind. Why you think I got that Supermind? You feel me? You ain't got to smoke it, you can drink it. Not only that, I got some of that black seed oil, like Prophet Muhammad said, it cure everything but death. And this is also a nootropic as well. Then we got the MCT oil, and we got the lion's mane. Now that lion's mane right there is what's going to naturally help you with that myelination process, that sheathing around the axons of your neurons, so that they can connect faster and your brain is operating with signals. You feel me? Past the speed of light, operating at the speed of thought, because the speed of thought is faster than the speed of light. So I take this, keep it there for about 30 seconds, and let it absorb. Yeah, hey, right here, this that product. Y'all like the bottle? I designed the bottle. You feel me? People be thinking gold water is just about colloidal gold. The only reason gold water is the company is called that is because that was the first product. But we actually got all sort of in brain and body enhancing things that you can use. And this is basically like brain food. You know what I'm saying? You take this is it. That stuff good right there. That's that good stuff. Don't play with that right there. So NAD stands for I don't even know how to enunciate this. Nicotinamide, adenine dinucleotide. It's a vital coenzyme found in living cells, right? It plays a crucial role in cellular metabolism, particularly in the process that converts food into energy. It is essential for maintaining DNA integrity. From cognitive and medicinal standpoint, NAD is notable for potential to improve brain function, enhance mental clarity, and increase overall energy levels. It is involved in numerous biochemical reactions, including those that affect the brain and the health. It also is said to keep you younger, basically, right? So sometimes I go get the IVs, I go get the vitamins, I go get some NAD, things of that nature. Like, I want to feel 1,000. I don't think this is something that right now we got like gym culture that's becoming bigger, but like I want to see an obsession almost with cognitive enhancement, right? Cognitive enhancement. People use all sort of different things, right? They use modafinil, they use different nootropics that they find. There's so many different things that's out there, but we focus on not enhancing our brain power, not enhancing your memory, your speed of thinking, your clarity, your IQ, your focus, right? And the better your brain work, the more successful you become, the more flow you're going to have in your life, the more your energy levels are higher. When your energy levels are higher, right, you're more motivated to go do things. But we be focused on things like liquor and lean and drugs, right? And we use that. And we promote that. You see, Ciroc was everywhere. Everybody was a Ciroc boy and a Ciroc girl. Everybody has their own liquor brand. You know what I'm saying? Even Nas with Hennessy. Everybody is on the liquor, but nothing is about, how about we enhance our cognitive functions, right? How about we focus in an age where they have artificial intelligence? By the way, you know you're going to have to get smarter. You're going to have to be able to think clearly. So artificial intelligence is built on a model of the brain function, our neocortex, our cognitive thinking skills, critical and executive thinking skills, how we process information. So in this day and age, the best thing that you can do is focus on your brain, right? This is that hardware that you're going to need to operate at a high level during this time where the machine is speeding up. Then you as a human being need to speed up your functions as well. So we've never seen that happen. And even when we talk about health, we talk about it just from a standard level of health. I'm talking about becoming superhuman, right? I'm talking about having a super brain. I'm talking about like, yo, let's become really obsessed with being God bodies. Because when we talk about our ancestors, they wasn't just trying to get high and just ignore the world, right? And then they wasn't even dealing with what we dealing with today. The amount of things that we have to process, the amount of things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, our brain doesn't get a moment to itself almost. So this is why I believe all these things are necessary. This is why I believe your health is necessary, your brain health, and your mental health is completely necessary. Because when we talk about entrepreneurship, we don't be connecting health and entrepreneurship success. But if you got low energy and you got bad health and you can't focus, that's going to affect your business. All of a sudden, you got financial problems. All of a sudden, you don't have high energy. All of a sudden, you decreasing your social interactions. All of a sudden, you're no longer finding yourself with that same level of growth that you had. And we don't focus enough about our mind and our bodies and our brains. And if we did, then we'd be better overall as a society in the ways that we function. So I'm only using weed as a gateway to talk about these other different things and these issues and these problems that we have as a culture, right? And we need to know all of the different beneficial effects. Like, I led the way. It wasn't nobody out here with large companies talking about that was black that was pushing lion's mane and changa and cordyceps, right, and colloidal golds and colloidal silvers and monatomic golds and right things of that nature. When I first sold sea moss, I flew to Jamaica to grab the sea moss, right, shipped it myself, right, and if you ever been to Jamaica, you know Jamaica has the worst goddamn mail service ever because everything was manual. So they had to write everything down. It literally took like 6 hours. We had to put everything in these boxes, right? And then we shipped it off. And then that was the first time I had ever sold sea moss back in those days. That was 2019. You feel me? So we never copying anything. We always at the forefront of everything that we do. And now you see them everywhere. Now everybody is following the blueprints that we set because we thought leaders. That's the whole point. We lead the way of thinking. Right? And we teach others how to do the same thing. And we set these blueprints. We could go back years and years and years of what we've been doing. It. This ain't no I just pop up and all of a sudden I'm talking about it. Listen, we've been doing this for years. So let's really get into it. And I've been talking about nootropics and really pushing us in that. And now you see these industries growing and growing and growing because they following the lead. Same thing, we laid the blueprint for content. You know what I'm saying? Now people following the lead. But I really want y'all to tap in. I want y'all to get y'all super mind. I want y'all to think about some of the things we talked about. And I'll go over this list before I get out of here. So you got ginkgo biloba, right? It has enhanced cognitive function, particularly in memory enhancement and dementia improvement or prevention, sorry. It increases blood flow to the brain. It has antioxidant properties. I'm not even going to go through all of that. If you guys want to study it, you can. But you have Panax ginseng. Ever since I was younger, we used to always have them ginsengs. Before people was doing what they call them packs now that they be having out. What's them packs? The people be selling the little stuff that people be trying to do. It's like, huh? No, the stuff that people be doing for sexual enhancement. I forgot what honey packs. Before there was honey packs, we had them ginsengs, natural ginsengs. But we used to drink the ginsengs because they had the little small ones at the stores that we'd just drink for the energy. You know what I'm saying? All y'all be 20-something years old talking about you need a honey pack. There's something wrong with you. That just mean that you clogged up with too much junk and you're not getting proper blood flow. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with your body. You too young to be having problems. Way too young to be having problems. So anyway, man, we're going to get back into it, man. Yeah. Get you some of that rhodolia, rosia, enhances memory, stamina, bacopa, listen, I might not enunciate some of these right, so don't judge me based on that. Bacopa, mononuri, that's used in traditional Ayurvedic medicine, used to improve memory, cognitive enhancements. curcumin or turmeric. I like that for its anti-inflammatory properties, but you got to get the right turmeric, not just any turmeric, right? Lion's mane mushroom, which we got in here, and my stuff right there. I love my lion's mane. You can even eat lion's mane. It looks like this white spongy substance when you get it pure. Some people grow it, and they eat it as burgers and things of that nature because of its texture. But lion's mane is really good. It's literally brain food, like literally. But it enhances, stimulates nerve growth factors and enhances brain function, right? So, listen, do not play with that Supermind. Get you some of that. Or that oil of oregano. Come on, we got some of that oil of oregano here. Or you guys, you see some over there? My brother Styles P sent me some, actually. He sent me a pack. That goji berry is good. Blueberries is good for its antioxidant properties. You know what I'm talking about? Sage is actually good as well. I know people be smoking sage, but you know, sage is good. That St. John wort, yeah. Look, we got some of that. We got a little bit of everything over here. We got a whole little pharmacy at the house. We got that go-to cola, or AKA that Goku. We got some of that rosemary, them elderberries, that maca root, that peppermint, that yerba mate, that green tea extract, which is also, that green tea extract is in that sports moss, and that sports moss has cordyceps in it. Cordyceps, oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite right there. Cordyceps, I'm going to do a video working out with the cordyceps. Y'all go see how much stronger I done got too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm preparing for Creed 4. It's 4, right? It's 4, right? Creed 4. Because Jonathan Majors, he can't do it now. So, you know what I'm saying? They call Big Keys. They call Big Keys up. Call Big Keys up for the role. Because Jonathan Majors, he, ever since he ran from that white girl, he threw himself out the race. That boy ran from that girl. He was running slow. That girl was catching up to him. So yeah, I don't think they gonna recast him. So I'm putting my bid in right now. You feel me? I got you. You ain't gotta worry about me. So cordyceps is a fungi. It grows on the larva of insects. Nature is so powerful. When you study the mycelium networks of the world, you really see some very almost magical like things when you start studying mycelium. And it's interesting that God has all of these things that he's created that has these particular effects on the brain. And, you know, as human beings, we focus on like psychoactive effects, like people take shrooms and you want to go to different universes and stuff. But I like to think about practical effects, you know what I'm saying? Because the practical effects of cognitive enhancement, to think outside the box, to stimulate different areas within the brain, I think, you know, it's all about increasing that quality of living and that quality of thinking. So cordyceps is so powerful because it helps boost energy levels, right? It supports physical performance, used by athletes. It was famously used, you know, when and promoted, you know, when breaking, I believe it was the world record with the marathon. It was the Japanese people was saying that they was using that. It has been shown, right, in limited and scientific studies, right, all of its cognitive effects and properties when it comes to enhancing the brain and and physical performance specifically. So when you're talking about, you know, working out and things of that nature, most people, they get tired fast, and you get tired because of your breathing, right? So what it does is it's going to be delivering oxygen to your muscles while you're breathing so that you can actually continue to perform harder while you're working out, and it decreases recovery time as well. So there's a lot of different things. And then, of course, immune function, regulating blood sugar levels, anti-aging properties, you know, and we can go into all of those different things as well. I love mushrooms myself. I didn't know much about them at first, and then I had to start studying them to figure out these things. I'm saying all of this. So if you go type in Supermind, we also have a product with that cordyceps is the main ingredient. So it's cordyceps and it's vitamin D and It is, if you get the one with the gold, we have the gold, and it's CMOS. So that product is called Sports Moss. So if you get the Sports Moss, then on that same site that we have Supermind, you can find that there as well. So I would get both of those and I would work out on it, but I would only take one pill, right? Because if you take two, you may increase your heart rate. And if your heart rate increases, you're going to actually have to then go to the gym a little extra hard because you're going to have too much energy. So I always say take one because they actually work and they're very powerful. So don't play with the potency of them. So Sports Moss, just take one. You feel me? As you go over in time, maybe a month of using it, you may be able to increase your intake over time. So do not play with these. But yeah, there's so many different ones that you can take. And I just want us to focus on, like, let's do more than just smoke. That's all I'm saying. And also understand how things affect you. And it doesn't affect everybody else the same. And even if you're a smoker, you should be invested in, if your homie got mental illnesses and you see when he smoke, he get a little bipolarism increases. And if he smokes, he start to change, or he start to become paranoid, or things of that nature, or he get decrease in motivation levels and energy, and he just want to wait around, and all that ambition goes away. Like if you see somebody that you know that's smoking, even if that's your partner, right, and that's the person you smoke with, if you see negative effects in them, then come on, man, you got to say something. Otherwise, that ain't cool. You feel me? It's one thing to get high with people, but don't sit there and smoking with people and you part of their problem. And because y'all are smoking, you won't say nothing. You won't even tell them the negative effects it has on you because you don't want to blow the high. You don't want to talk about it because the culture of weed is to not speak anything negative over it and to just worship the plant and utilize it. So that to me is the most essential thing. Like if I see somebody that's my partner, he smoke, I ain't trying to regulate nobody's life. But if I see it having negative effects on you, I got to say something, bro. Like, bro, you know this shit making you lazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you smoke weed, you become a different person. You become kind of bipolar, shifty in your personality. I don't know if your father had it or your mother had it or your grandpa or something, but that might be in the family. You might want to take a look at that. You feel me? To see how it's affecting you. And that goes with anything that we do. And most people ain't going to be that type of person that's going to pull each other coattail and, like, that's real love. You feel me? So I think that to me is the most important thing when it comes to these things. You feel me? Is the accountability that we have with everything and that level of research that we have and understanding that it affects everybody differently. And also understanding that the devil did not stop planning his agenda when it came to weed. If you believe that he has an agenda for pharmaceuticals, he has an agenda in the media, he has an agenda politically, he has an agenda with the food that we eat, he has an agenda with the air that we breathe, from the education systems, right? From all these sort of different things. Why do you think it stopped at weed? Oh, I'm just not going to mess with that. I'm not going to tamper that. The man, the devil. Satan, that's what you're dealing with. So I want us to be cognitive of that because we be proclaiming that there's goddamn chemtrails in the sky and then we be smoking a blunt. Okay, who made this? Where it come from? Where's the soil? Where the seeds? Just like, let's just think about these things a little bit. You can't be goddamn a conspiracy theorist on everything in the world, but because you want to keep getting high, you just want to ignore it. Man, if I was them, I'd put it in the weed. Shit, that's the best place to put it because obviously those who were the people that's gonna smoke, think about things and never do anything because it's a decrease in motivation factor. I don't know, I just like to think. Look, somebody said they smoked for 10 years to get them anxiety. Yeah. Most people ain't growing their own nothing. And the few people who do, okay, that's you personally. But where you get your seeds from? Because you can't even get organic seeds anymore. Come on, man. Like, let's just deal with reality. I'm not telling you to shut down your business. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just saying let's think. And let's think about the people who it affects the worst ways. That, I can appreciate you. You feel me? That I love. That I'm like, that's what's up, bro. Solid. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be a good brother if I ain't speak the truth, regardless of who it offends. I meet people all the time. I meet so many cannabis entrepreneurs. People that just got out of jail, and maybe that's their only opportunity. I get it. But let's never get into any industry where we ignore the facts. Let's never be a part of the same cycle that we're trying to get out of. That's the message. Hope I ain't blow you high. Man, get y'all some nature. Go outside. If you like plants and nature that much, be around them. You feel me? If you like nature that much, understand that nature has also created thousands, tens of thousands, millions of other plants as well that also have benefits that are medicinal, and some are psychoactive. They have a lot of benefits. There's a lot of them. I mean a lot. Don't stop at one. That's sheeple talk. There's a lot. I mean a whole lot. You really want to study our ancestors, and you study some of the indigenous tribes and look at the ways of their understanding of plant intelligence and nature intelligence. They can identify different plants and what they use for. Don't act like God made one and that was it, because then it destroys your entire argument and it lays flat upon you just regurgitating what somebody else said, and that's artificial intelligence because you're not thinking of your own. It's very important in this day and time that you are focused, because when you're not focused, you're distracted, and you can't attract and be distracted at the same time. Distractions and attractions create subtractions. They cancel each other out, and you ain't gaining no traction behind your actions. You know what I'm talking about?